Hi, this is Leela, the proud poly kinky queer slut. Today's question is, who is your favorite queer icon? This question can only have one answer for me, and that is RuPaul. Mama Ru has been so inspirational my entire life. I remember as a kid, seeing RuPaul out in public in the like. RuPaul described himself as the Disney princess of drag, and really as a kid the first drag queen I had exposure to was RuPaul. And then RuPaul did some really great movies. There's one that's But I'm a Cheerleader, which was for me as a bisexual and living in that moment as a young person. It was just such a hilarious but also honest look at a lot of the social pressures that were going on around me. Like, I can't be gay, I'm a cheerleader, and like the absurdity of conversion therapies and things like that. Also, the platform that RuPaul has made with RuPaul's Drag Race, and really transforming how we see drag shows in the mainstream culture and everyone's familiarity with drag. Not to mention, in the 16 years or so since the first Drag Race episode, the way that the definition of drag has transformed, and how performers have been given the opportunity to explore themselves more. It's just been beautiful. And the platform has also, and that show in particular, RuPaul's Drag Race, has given so many beautiful nuggets of psychology, like that just drop in, that are just beautiful and that funny and empowering. Like, use your creativity, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Like, yeah, yeah. I mean, that to me is just feminine power. Also, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? That's just a beautiful little piece of psychology. And RuPaul talks about your inner saboteur trying to get you. A lot of just motivational stuff around, like, yeah, we're all not our perfect selves all the time, but we can show up and be beautiful and be strong, and put forth out into the world what we authentically are, and overcome our challenges. I just really find RuPaul to be a wonderful role model for that. As a poly person, also RuPaul has been in a long term poly, like open relationship for long as I've known about RuPaul. And that was also inspiring in terms of, you can do it your own way, whatever way works for you. It doesn't have to be anybody else's way. You find your own way, you find your own truth, and you do that. So yeah, I love Mama Ru, and I'll put some links to some of my favorite stuff that they do in the notes. Also, a couple of folks I've found through Drag Race that are absolutely awesome. Gottmik, so hot right now, and really, really love that like the understanding of transness separate from drag, and the interweaving of all of those things. I think it's just a really beautiful take on modern drag and what it can really be. Locally, I love going to watch the drag shows, and especially the drag kings, seeing the kind of inverse of drag queens. There's a spin-off that's really great, that is We're Here, which is a HBO show where drag queens go to rural America, and really shine a light on what's going on there, but also on the queer communities that exist in those places. And all of this is growing out of Drag Race. All of this is growing out of what RuPaul has done. And another personal favorite drag queen of mine from Drag Race is Jinx Monsoon. Also pushing the boundaries in really interesting ways. Also a Pacific Northwest native. Really talking in their stand-up comedy about the being genderqueer and the experience of that. And I just love it all. So yeah, thank you very much for listening. And remember, you can ask me anything. Have a great day.